Ciao Gledavazzi. Ciao Gledavazzi. President Mladenkin here with a new public service message for the people. And I've been seeing a lot of kids, a lot of youth wasting my goddamn time, wasting everybody's time. Listen, if you want to run around in puddles, in mud, in soccer terrains, on basketball hardwood courts, skating on the ice rinks, there's a time and a place for that. And the time and the place is when you're under 6 and 7 years old. If you're older than 6 and 7, you need to be thinking about the future. Just like your boy. Start thinking about the future. Start thinking about your credit card accounts. Start thinking about your lines of credit. Start thinking about your debt funding programs and your taxes. Start thinking about how you're going to raise capital and market your campaign for your new products and where you're going to outsource the competition from. You got to start thinking about that. Don't you want to be Mark Zuckerberg? Don't you want to be Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Donald Trump? Look at Donald Trump. With $1 billion, you can become president of the USA. And with the president of the USA, you can get $1 billion. So, quite simply, cut the crap. Stop playing hockey. Stop playing soccer. Stop working out. Stop exercising. Stop going to the gym. Stop dating. Stop traveling. The only thing as a 17-year-old you should be worrying about is your streaming service, your YouTube channel, your Instagram and TikTok accounts, and how you're going to market your website, grow your network. And then when you turn 20, you want to be on LinkedIn and network in LinkedIn. And then when you go to university, don't focus on your education. Don't focus on being social. Don't focus on meeting people and making friends. That's for pussies. You're not a pussy, are you? Focus on career network opportunities. Find the people with the most money who look either white or Asian and make friends with them and learn their parents and get in touch with company execs. All you need is a circle of company execs and then get a job in finance. I don't care if you want to publish a book. The book better be about finance. And it better be a bestseller, making tens of billions of dollars with the catchy little question mark in the title. If your book doesn't have a question mark in its title, you're wasting your fucking time. You're never going to get on the bestseller list. Your book must have a question mark in its title. If it's got a question mark and an exclamation mark, brownie points. So your book must have a question mark, at the very least one question mark in its title. Now, how are you going to get to your second $1 billion? Well, your second $1 billion comes a lot easier than the first $1 billion because now you can update your LinkedIn profile. So now you have networks in the business world. You know whose wives you slept with. You know you shared the same whores and drank the same cocaine out of the same yachts. So you have partners who have accepted you into their circle of eliteness already. And once again, you are not going skating, you are not playing soccer, you are not going to the gym, you are sitting and doing this on the yachts, okay? So, remember, you are a finance officer. That's all you fucking think about since you turned 21 years old. Since you turned 21, you are now a finance officer who's wrote a book with a question mark in it. Yeah. And then you grow your network on LinkedIn and you get more business execs. And this all happened because of your great success when you were a streamer, a YouTube podcaster, and a social media manager for your brand, And you were a journalist, a columnist, and you had your own website, you had your own Instagram and social following, and if you're a female, you had, standard OnlyFans, just like every other female should have out of the 66 million females in the USA with OnlyFans accounts. So, you have your OnlyFans accounts. If you're a male, you have your streaming and your podcasts. And then you become a finance officer after you've published your book with the question mark. And then you grow your circle and you get your second billion just as quickly as you did your first billion. And then you deport all the Mexicans, you deport all the Colombians, you deport all the Ukrainians, but then you give the Ukrainians another 500 billion after you deported them all, because Russia is not going to give them 500 billion. So you got to do the opposite of what Russia is doing. So you're going to give them 500 billion. And then when you're 70, you're going to become the president of the United States, one by one. Whoever still doesn't have cancer yet. And because we're not funding cancer research. And then you go to Cuba on a vacation and you get yourself one of these. But you don't smoke it in Cuba. You bring it back to the USA and you just go like this. And you get a self-portrait with it like this, with the most expensive one you could find, and you smoke it in your office and you get a self-portrait with it, and you treat it with more dignity and respect than you do your wife. One of your wives. I mean, not your mistresses or your horse, but the one who's doing your tax purposes and legal purposes wife. So you treat this little premium Monte Cristo. Monte Cristo Premium is a premium cigar from Cuba. And you want to show off to everyone in America that you, in fact, can afford the premium Monte Cristo straight from Cuba. So, that I'm just making this video to set y'all straight, because I've been noticing some kids outside talking and running around and screaming and jumping and doing social clubs and hanging out and just nonstop chitter chatter. It's bullshit. You're gonna go broke, man. You're gonna die of a capitalist is gonna kill you with by squeezing out all your funds and your resources, and then you're gonna go to the bank and you're gonna get a check that says insufficient funds. And then what if you never become a financial officer? Have you thought of that? What if you never become a financial officer? This is your president here, President Mldenkin, telling you to stay classy, DC. Stay classy, LA. And New York.